5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's live.
This is Leicester Till I Die TV. Watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen on your podcast platform.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Football Manager Show, our little Sunday night hangout here on Leicester Till I Die TV, where we get to chill out, play a little bit of Football Manager, and of course, we are in League Two, rebuilding Leicester City from the academy. Get your highs and hellos in the chat there, guys, and we'll bring them up on screen shortly. What's on the cards for tonight? Well, firstly, as you can see here, we didn't have an episode last week because we had a busy week with everything else going on with managers being sacked and all the rest of it. So thank you, Leicester, for real life, eh? But at the moment, we are in third place, 29 games played, 19 won, 5 drawn and 5 lost. So a pretty good start to proceedings in our season. However, we are only just in the automatic promotion places here, and we do need to get automatic promotion this year to League One in the vein of trying to get an automatic promotion spot or a playoff spot in League One next year. So difficult times. We've got to make sure we keep this 3-point gap we got to Colchester with the game in hand. And of course, we're still 3 points behind MK Dons, having played the same amount of games. So that League Two title might not be as easy to come by as we hope, but we'll see how we get on. Evening, Gray. Good to see you, mate. How you doing, bud? Yeah, so get your highs in there, guys, and we'll get through a few more of those. What's on tap for tonight, though, guys? Let me talk you through that. So, last time out, we had a few good matches. It's still in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, would you believe? Which obviously is a competition where Leicester obviously not really competed in before because we had very little time in League One and League Two, right? So I'm looking at this as an opportunity. Can we win this in League Two? Bear in mind, I'm out of the FA Cup and I'm out of the Carabao Cup so far. So we managed to knock out Luton Town on penalties, and they're currently top of League One. So top of League Two pretty much for us. Top of League One, we've knocked them out, which is pretty impressive. So we'll take that. We then lost to Colchester, which is really frustrating. Obviously, they are in the promotion places with us, so that was a real big game for us. And then we got the away win at Shrewsbury, and then we got the home draw against Barnet, who are also right up there. So a little bit of a dodgy one. But as you can see before then, we were doing all the things with the tactics and trying to get everything together here, weren't we? So what we'll do tonight is we're going to do Shrewsbury at home, Accrington away, 2 teams down in 19th and 20th. Hopefully we can rotate some legs because we've got a big problem brewing behind the scenes, which I'll take you to next. And then we got Rotherham in the quarterfinal of the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. So once again, a League One team. Where are Rotherham in League One, guys? Let's have a quick look here a minute. Rotherham United, competitions. Let's have a quick look. In League One, they are currently, if we scoot down the screen here, guys, where's Rotherham? 5th. So there you go, 5th place, guys. So we've got all that on tap coming up tonight. And then we get to a few more hellos here. Evening, Todd. Hey, Reese, how you doing, bud? Good to see you around, mate. Hope you're keeping well. I'm still fuming after yesterday. How are you? Not in the best of moods, Gray, to be honest, mate. And get your thoughts in the chat about Leicester, guys. We also chat a bit about Leicester during this show as well as I'm pottering along doing our League Two challenge, starting with the academy. But yeah, I'm still really disappointed because it was a great opportunity, wasn't it? Just to be able to lift the boys a little bit yesterday, go out there and show there's a little bit of progress, you know, from 3 days of Kingy being there. But there was still signs of a lot of the same problems, wasn't there? I mean, we're going to need a bit of a miracle, I think. And my hockey team's doing just as bad. So it got even worse for me last night. So yeah, so even better news, guys. You know, both of my sports teams beginning with L are doing terribly, but there we go. Right, the problem I was alluding to, right? So here's our first team squad. You know, we've pretty much brought in a few new players. We brought in Ricardo too, as you can see here. Remember, we just signed him in the last episode. So I take you to what his name actually is. His name's actually Brian Pereira, but I thought Ricardo too makes sense as a name, doesn't it? And he's coming as a new right back option for us and looks very good. Now, it's a good thing the transfer window's here because as you can see, our number one goalkeeper, Hubert Grazik, unfortunately is out for 5 weeks. which is not good timing. And that is also compounded with, at the top end, our lone striker, Maestro from Cardiff, is out for 4 weeks, Yusuf Salech. So that is frustrating as well. So we're in the transfer window still. Like we said, we've made the one signing with Ricardo 2. Also brought in Thibaut Desmet, who is going to be our new left back. We might want to do with him in real life the way Luke Thomas is playing right now. I'm not saying anything, but there we go. And then we also made some changes up the top. We brought Lorenz Hutchinson into the first team. He's got 2 goals in 5 games so far from us from the academy. I'd like to see him in real life, but there we go. Reece, all good, mate, feeling with the club. To be honest, it's slowly dying. Do you know what, mate? It's so funny because when we started this Football Manager save, Chris was like, I want you to start from League 2 with the academy. And I was like, let's do it. I didn't realise how close to life we're going to be playing it. I mean, a lot of the players I'm playing at the moment, like Monga, Alves, Braybrook, the way it's looking, the club's going that way, mate, you know, because, oh, dearie me, like, we're not going to have any players left at the end of the season, are we, lads? 10 of them out of contract, isn't it, or something? Unbelievable scene. So, yeah, so we're still in the transfer window. Right. Here comes the next problem we got. I got plenty of transfer budget because obviously we're in League 2. We're like Man City in League 2, the amount of money we got because we sold everyone. Jacob went, Fataru went, Mavrididi went, the whole lot went. The problem comes with the wage budget, guys. I had a lot of wage budget at the start of the season because I was underspending quite a lot. Obviously, I've gone out and brought in some players, as we know. We go to our transfer history here. So we go to the transfers in. Look, I spent about £1 million now in transfers in. If you include Ricardo 2, Desmelt, that came to about £1 million. However, the wages is now maxed out. So we've only got £1,000 left. I'm struggling unless I remove some players from the football club. So we are trying to send Jamal Lindsay out on loan. But we've now got 2 left back with Mercer Ali there as well. And we are also trying to move on Nathan Opoku, who like real life has sadly not done anything for us. So there we go. Hey, Scott, how are you, mate? Can you also see Andy King will be able to change things? He's in a predicament. If he doesn't save face, he could upset the dressing room. I really feel for Andy King in this, Scott. I mean, and like Grace said here, we're on our knees, and Reese is saying it as well, mate. I worry for Andy King at this time because I just think the problem we got is that like it's not the right time for him. He's even admitted it's not the right time for him, right? He's got a lot of love for the football club, and I think he's looking at it going, can I really fix anything here, right? It's very difficult, very difficult. The sooner they make an appointment here, the better for us really now, isn't it? So hopefully we can push on from there, but it is difficult times. It'll be nice to get a win in a minute, wouldn't it? Because we might have this points deduction coming. If that's 10 points, we're in the bottom 3, lads. Could get a lot worse. Right, Nathan Opoku is going to go and join Medema SC. So I believe that might be in Ghana or somewhere. Yeah, Ghana, what a guess. So we managed to send him out on loan. That was the best we can get. Jaden Joseph's now going out on loan. This will help bring up some more wages for us as well. Because tonight, not only we got these 3 big games, we're also going to finish the transfer window. Lindsay's gone out to join Waterford. And now we've got another injury to Bobby Amati. It does raise questions about my tactics here, guys. Okay, so we've got this new little phase 2, as I call it, where we're now playing pretty much an Enzo ball with a lot of intensity. The intensity is incredibly high, right? We're getting problems with fitness. My central midfielders in particular are knackered. Braybrook is looking knackered. Golding can't stay fit. And then we've got problems up top with Will Alves. I'm trying to manage, obviously, because he had major injuries in the past. So I'm going to have to start leaning on these secondary tactics a bit as well. The one where the intensity is half and we go 5 at the back. Or alternatively, I can even go back to the original one, which even though it is as intense, isn't as intense, if you see what I mean. There's a slight difference. So we're going to see how that goes. Hopefully we can get through and rotate legs a little bit here because I like a squad game and hopefully that'll make a bit of a difference, but we will find out. There we go. Scott, as for FM, you watch a special on Ruck and stop you moving players on. He's done it to me, mate. He's told me I can't sell a player for X amount and just stop the deal completely. He was trying to do that with Knockout. I was trying to move Knockout on for 50 grand because he's on 10,000 a week. And I thought it was a lot of money to bring in a Leicester, experienced veteran, right? And yeah, he stopped me selling for 50 grand. He cost me a free transfer, so remarkable. Reece, I like King of BS approved yet imagine the making. Yeah, I think this is it, isn't it? And I think he's conscious of it as well, Reece, isn't he? Yeah, it's very difficult, mate, and no money as well. High press and Gegan press will certainly burn players out. It will indeed, great. I mean, the problem is, like I said, I had a decision to make with this, didn't I? And that was the team itself. We've not got the best defensive quality. We went straight to bringing in goalkeepers and defenders at the start of this, didn't we? We worked out all we had in goal was like French and Bowser, and neither were really up to the level. That's why Grazic came in. But yeah, so we decided to go for the attacking over defending option for this one. And it has worked, to be fair, because we are in the top 3. But the problem, of course, with this is that we are burning players out. So let's see, we've got 2 games coming up in about 3 days here as well. It is the amount of days we've got games in between, which has proved critical over Christmas as well. As we've got through so many games, it really has knackered everyone. But we'll get to picking our first team now. Let's hope I can use that second formation or remember to do it. Let me just quickly remove Jamal Lindsay out of the way here because he's gone out on loan. Right, so Barry Lawyers, our new Dutch goalkeeper we picked up on a free transfer, didn't have a good game last time, 6.5. He's got to start performing better. Now he's got the opportunity to be number one. Going to get Harry French as our backup keeper there. Ricardo too can come in today because I think he's done a pretty good job at coming in for the right back position. Barra's done pretty well as well, to be fair. I mean, Barra's in the academy now, apparently, so it'll be interesting to see if he develops into anything. Frankie Masonda, of course, we've brought in. Vermouth will go at centre-back today. We have tried to move Vermouth on because obviously we have the situation where we signed a striker and obviously sent him out immediately. I can't see it on the transfer activities in the past, but a Brazilian striker I wanted to bring in to complement Salic, but unfortunately we ran out of work permits, which made things a little bit more complicated for myself there. De Smet is not quite fit yet, 45 minutes. I would like to get him on the bench actually today, try and get him involved. Henry Cartwright's a great utility man for us playing centre-back, defensive mid. Right, Braybrook, fitness, high level of injury. This is the problem we're facing. I mean, the good thing is Louis Page is the main man for this Regista role, right? So we'll go with Louis Page. Golding's going to get a run in the team now. My idea is to rotate Golding and Braybrook. They've both got fitness bonds, but he's already played 29 games this season, Braybrook, and he is our captain. So probably sums up why he's, struggling a bit. When we get to the attacking yacht, right, it's got to be Monga, hasn't it? Because he's got like 12, 15 goals and 25 appearances for us. Got to go for Alves in the middle. The fitness looks okay. And Marcel on the left. That is our top three. Now we got the problem because Jake Evans has got no finishing, a 2 out of 10, a 20, which is ridiculous. He plays better on the right. So we're going to go with Lorenz Hutchinson again today. Josh King's going to come on the bench. I think then we'll go with Toby Onieni because I want to improve him as well because he's looking like he's improving as a player. Knockout for a bit of experience. And Logan Briggs, I want to give another go here. Right, let's get to the first game, guys. Shrewsbury at home. I've got to give a squad number here to Timothy De Smet. Number 32 makes sense for a left back. Right, and let's get to it. There we go. See you guys chatting away there. Yeah, keep talking amongst yourselves as well, obviously, guys. 3-5-2 wing back Kingy could try. I agree with that. I think the problem with Kingy is, has he got the experience of playing this formation though as well, guys? Because obviously at Bristol City he was with Pearson, and I think a lot of theirs was either 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1. It's like, has he got the time in a week to train them in a new formation? You'd argue Marty was doing a bit of it, but he wasn't very committed to playing the 3-5-2, was he? Let's give the players a bit of George Michael to start this one, guys, and let's get to this. Leicester versus Shrewsbury. When Top said we side BDR, etc., ambition in mind, you're having a laugh. They've made a really lot of bad judgment calls, haven't they? I think the problem is, Gray, is that they got a lot of success trusting Nigel Pearson and to the start Brendan Rodgers as well, right? But then when that trust went so far, unfortunately, I think they lost a bit of faith in putting that trust in people, and now they're trying to make decisions themselves when they haven't got the experience, perhaps. So it's very difficult. Reese, with a question for everyone here. Would you rather stay up and same regime, carry on and go down, but new owners, new board? Reese, I kind of still want to believe in the optimistic world, mate. Shot from Golding there on goal, and it's good save from Harrison. I think that's the right speed for us today, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know how to answer that, mate. I mean, I still would like them to be able to sort it out and learn from this and be able to get the club at least back going in the right direction. But it is concerning, the fact that I'm now in a position where I don't trust the decisions being made. Here comes Ricardo, 2 across, and Marcel scored for us, guys, after 3 minutes. This is a good thing about a Gegan press, isn't it? We need a complete rebuild. And question for you all, would you like us to take a director of football manager from a foreign club? See, I want to go someone like Nigel Pearson, Scott. Yeah, talk amongst yourselves with that one as well, guys. I think Nigel Pearson, good effort from Leicester there. Nearly went 2-0 up. Good start here. We might be able to use the second formation and save some legs. I think so. I think we need someone who's just got the sensibilities to be able to run like an asylum, because at the moment the place feels a bit like an asylum, doesn't it, with what's going on with Leicester? Someone to get a grip of it, really. But Masonda coming down the flank now to Monga. Ricardo too. I can't believe I've had another player called Pereira. Calling him Ricardo too. I mean, I think the thing is, we need to find the best person for the position, don't we? I mean, the thing is, they have gone through this with Leuven over in Belgium. They have hired people to come in there because they couldn't do it. Alves across. Hutchinson gets his 5th of the season, guys. 10 minutes, 2-0 up over Shrewsbury. Happy days. Might be able to rest some legs here. Got to think about that Rotherham game we got coming up as well. So, yeah, the thing is, we're all very nervous about it because we know it's a critical time. It was a critical time in the summer and things were done too late, weren't they? Well, Alves makes it 3-0 on 14 minutes. Come on. See, talking about Enzo ball, which is pretty much what I'm playing here, with a very high press, very high gegenpress. I mean, of course, his odds have shortened this afternoon to pretty much being evens for him coming back to Leicester, which is absolutely stunning to me. Is it going to be 4-0 here, guys? Ball back across. Got to win this press high here. Got to win the ball up. So I think he'll be mad to come back to Leicester right now, to be honest. I really do, because I think he's, leaving Chelsea, you've got a lot of value there. You can point at other clubs in Europe, right, in European football. I think right now, with such a basket case, whoever's going to take the job has got a real tough job. We've become like the Man United job or the England job, haven't we? Just because behind the scenes, it's so terribly run. It just, like it's been said here by Gray and like Scott and Reese, we just need a rebuild, guys, don't we? Long range strike from Will Alves, guys, 4-0 after 18 minutes. Maresca's got to be desperate to come back. Maybe he's been watching this show and going, do you know what? I quite like Leicester in the gegenpress. Maybe I can make something happen with them. I do like the theory of this team can't defend, especially with Luke Thomas in defence recently. God bless him. So we might as well attack ourselves out of the situation, just focus on getting opportunities and on opponents' goals, really. But, well, it's a strategy I've gone for. 4-0 here. I'm going to change the formation at half-time, guys, and get a 5 at the back, which is amazing because I'll do it on a Football Manager game, but in real life, we always slag off managers for doing this, don't we? And just like bringing on more defenders and just sort of trying to, manage the game, and you end up getting in a mess. So, especially, this is the problem, Gray, and this is where the problem comes from, because I don't believe he's the only one who's been deceived. I'm pretty sure Ruud's been deceived. I'm pretty sure that Marty was a little bit deceived in the first place. I think he was expecting in January things would be fine. They told him it'll be fine. You'll have a little bit of money. Like Ruud was told, nothing was forthcoming because they couldn't do the finances properly. That's the problem. You'll get a reputation amongst football in that case, won't you? Here comes Monga now. He's going to win the penalty, guys. We're going to be 5-0 up here after 35 minutes. What is going on? And the problem is, if you're instilling that culture in the top of the football club, it's going to carry through, right? Marçal, the penalty, guys, puts him the wrong way. We got 2 hat tricks on here. Marçal's got 2, and that is 2 for Alves as well now, isn't it? Yeah, so Marçal's got 3. Yeah, so we got 2 players on a hat trick in this one. I might have to rest them both so they don't get the bonus. I'll be one of those managers like Harry Redknapp. Marçal back to Ali here now, getting towards half-time. We can be 6-0 up here. What is going on? I know they're 19th. Maybe because I haven't played for... there's a deflection right in front of the goal there, guys, as well. Brilliant first game. I know. Great. It's unbelievable. I hope we're not going to peak too early because I want to save some legs to this Rotherham challenge. I got a horrible thing. I'll get all the way to the final in that because I want to go to Wembley and also I want to win a trophy Leicester have not won. And I want to do it when we're in League 2 because no club in League 2 generally wins it. It will always be a League 1 club because it's between those 2 divisions, right? I just think that's a bit of a good statement for where this team is going into next season because I've got to get them obviously into the playoff places. 10 shots, 7 on target. Their goalkeeper's had a stonker. Look at that XG, guys, 3.34. We can dream about stuff like that in real life, can't we? Maybe I should do my coaching badges. I'm going to say don't let your performance levels drop. It will stress some of them out, but they can deal with it. Right, let's go back to phase 2 of this and start resting players now. Will Alves is on a 10, guys. Holy moly. I've got no place for him to stay on, though. Sorry, Will, you're going to drop out, bud. He's not getting his hat-trick today. I'll give him the money for it anyway. I'll be nice because he played so well, but I want to try and rest some legs here. Ricardo 2, Page, Golding, making sure they all fit the system. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, they all fit the system pretty well. It's just an attacking midfielder out, isn't it? But Mercer Ali's looking a bit knackered. So let's get on for his 45 minutes debut, guys. Timothy De Smet. I think he could do something for us in the Championship. I'm trying to sign players now who can play in the Championship. Let's get ahead of the thing here. Right, now let's see if they beat us 5-0 second half, which would be remarkably hilarious. Scott, why have we let Braybrook... Oh, good save there from Lawyers. He needs a good game. Why have we let Braybrook, Alves, Jaden, Joseph and us go out on loan reality? We can get more fight for them. The players. I get frustrated by this, Scott. It was interesting the wording that Braybrook used about his move to Chesterfield. And that was, he said that he just wanted to make sure he was playing week-on-week first-team football. Which he obviously has been told he's not going to get at Leicester. But I also think is there maybe an attitude with the younger players? Do we want to be at Leicester right now and called upon because it's such a mess? Because it can only harm their careers right now. I look at Monga, and this year you thought Monga could go out there and just make himself a Barcelona move if he went out there and was a world beater. He seems to be recessing. If Shrewsbury pull one back here, guys, my defensive formation might backfire. I think he's recessed a little bit into himself, and I think that seems to be an effect of playing with this group of players right now. So if I was a young player, I wouldn't be surprised a lot of them did want to get out of here, to be honest. But I do get frustrated because I think the Jordan James injury was an obvious one that was going to happen at some point. We just weren't prepared for it, as we weren't prepared for Aaron Ramsey getting injured, ironically. Good save there. I don't mind if we win this 5-3 and we give up 3 goals second half. As long as we're saving the legs here, ready for Accrington, I will take it. And it's typical of Leicester this season. I've got to follow the path right, guys. 45 minutes of good football, 45 minutes of us doing absolutely nothing. But it is frustrating the decisions the club makes at times, isn't it, guys? I mean, I would have kept Braybrook in particular. I mean, I know I'm using him a lot on this game as well. I mean, Cartwright is someone I consider now as well. If Ruud van Nistelrooy was looking at him and going, I might put him on the bench against Newcastle and thinks he's good enough for that, I don't see how another manager won't look at him. He scored a wonder goal for Falkirk earlier in the season, didn't he, from the halfway line as well? He's another one of our players in another club that scored from halfway. It's 5-2 here. Hello. This formation is useless. I mean, it's meant to keep possession and just keep pressure off, but we actually just give the ball up, and I'm going to say focus here. Come on. When Chris says go about the youngers, they're not physically ready to play weak opponents. This is true. This is true. That is a balance of it as well. I mean, the funny thing is, I think Aluko's physically ready. I think it's the football intelligence he lacks, but then we should have just dealt with that by playing him earlier in the season. I think part of the problem is the club is being run by managers short term because their security's in doubt quite a lot of the time, which is modern football for you. But the problem with that is that they're less likely to chuck in a younger player unless they're really forced to, like we had against Southampton, right? Because they know there's a lot of pressure there if they make a mistake. Oh, it's 5-3, guys. Ooh, I said 5-3, didn't I? Right, I've learned something here. I do not want to change this formation. I think I'm going to just develop another formation in a later time, which is not going to be as bad as this one. Because we've not had any goal scoring threat this half at all. The XG's dropped right down. I need to do the heat map as well. That's better. That's for you, Gray. Get the heat map on here. As you can see, dominant, but also a lot of heat map around our goal right now. Oh my word, 4 minutes of added time to hold on. I mean, goal difference could be important in this. I mean, if we've given up 3 goals here because of my managerial genius or not, that could be frustrating. Lawyers has covered that one well, though. Yeah, I do need to tie it up, really. Because we've got 4 minutes left, Gray, I'm going to let it go, to be honest, mate. I don't think I've quite got the base of this formation right, but the main thing is we've got the 3 points. We rested legs for the second half and no one got hurt. That's the main thing. So I'll say, well done. Don't worry about it. Move on. And that puts us up now with the game in hand. We had over Chesterfield, 1 point off the top of the table, everyone. The thing is, if I get promoted without winning League Two, I'm going to have done the club a massive disservice because League Two is the only trophy we haven't won. We've won League One, we've won the Championship, we've won the Premier League. I've got to do the club the right service here of winning League Two as well for the trophy cabinet. Imagine losing out to MK Dons by 1 point. That would be terrible, wouldn't it? Going to get to the next game, and now we're going to have a little talk about transfers again, guys, because then we will know exactly how much money we got left, which is probably about £1,500. And I think we'll go for a loan deal. Training, Michael Golding's doing badly, so we'll give him a little telling off. Thank you, Michael, for being so kind about that. And the expectations are coming up for Accrington, and we're away at Accrington Stanley, so we're going to be going back to the original formation. One of the players I was looking at signing has been signed by Ghent. Right, and how are we looking for fitness here? Let's quickly see who we got picked. See, there's still a few fitness worries here. Monga as well. We've got Accrington coming up, so we might have to rest a few players again. This is the problem. With this formation, it's very much becoming a squad game. And look at the fitness problems I got here. Oi. This is going to be a tough one, guys. Right, okay, Bobby and Marty can come back in. We'll rotate a bit for this one. I hope it doesn't bite us. The other option is I just keep playing the formation the way I've been playing it, and then I literally just knacker players out and hope we get through it. Obviously, having Suter away in international duty is a pain in the arse at the moment as well. Silko Thomas hasn't really featured for me at all. He doesn't look particularly good enough. Will Alvarez got rested, so he can play. Louis Page is going to have to come out, so I'm going to go for Onieni. Right. You can't say I'm not using the youth like real life, can you? Because everyone in here is a youth team player at the moment. Silko Thomas can come back in. Yeah, Joe, we'll go for that, guys. Right, Accrington away. So Knockout's back in for this one. Onieni's back in. See how he does. Is Knockout happy? A lot happier than what he was, mate. We had a few talks throughout the year. I mean, the thing is, it's like real life, isn't it? There's some players who are going to be a little bit arsey. However, his heart was in the right place. He was trying to say, basically, we need a bit more quality here. And he was right. We got a bit more quality in now, and that seems to have quelled his concerns, which is good, right? So, got a load more comments I've missed here, guys. My apologies. Scott, you keep going on, mate. Not a problem. I still think as much as money was good for Makatila, better season. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that. I think Decordova Reed, yeah, we had to move him around quite a lot, haven't we? What frustrates me is since Brendan brought in his staff, things have really deteriorated at a rapid rate. It's so funny, mate, because obviously I'm a big ice hockey fan as well, and there's a similar thing going on with Leicester and Toronto Maple Leafs, my hockey team. I was trying to work out what happened with my hockey team this year, because last year we won the division. This year we're currently bottom of it. We're terrible. And what's happened is they've sacked all the medical staff. They replaced the entire medical unit. And this year, unlike any other year from my ice hockey team, we've had more injuries than ever. And they've been really, really big ones that have cost us a lot. So I think ever since we lost Dave Rennie, we was under Nigel Pearson. And the reason Dave Rennie was removed by Brendan Rodgers because he wasn't happy with leaks coming out apparently from the camp. And there was some suspicion Dave Rennie might be talking to people. Don't know how true that is. You know, I'm going to say there was a bit of speculation about that. I mean, if that's true or not is another matter. I don't want to accuse him of saying he was giving out leaks, but irrelevant. I think that was a daft decision because as soon as Dave Rennie left, we went from having small squads that were fit. Alvarez and guys, good effort. Small squads that were staying fit to having bigger squads that weren't staying fit. Yeah, it's a bizarre one. I think the thing that annoys us all the most is the fact that we had a path for success, which other teams then kind of took and expanded. Teams like Brighton did it, Brentford did it. And then we're the ones that caught with our trousers down. Ricardo too going for a stonker. Yeah, and I think that's where the frustration for me lies with the football club, because we had it in the grasp of our hands how we were going to be successful, right? And then we just threw it away. We just didn't focus enough on it. Frustrating. You foxes, that's right. Yeah, keep them in check and things flow. Absolutely. This is it, mate. Free kick for Accrington now, guys, on the half hour. Oh, and it's gone low. And there's a rebound. What a rebound save from Lawyers. And I was just saying I needed him to have a performance. What a save from our goalkeeper, everyone. Keeps it a 0-0. That's what you need. And Grazik has actually been... Oh, we got the glitch going on again. My apologies, guys. I love it when it does that. It's because I got it on a window. If I flick it back in a minute, it will go back to normal. It's something I can't, unfortunately, fix. It's really frustrating, but it will go away. If you just persist, don't do it. Ali across, Knockhart scores for Leicester, guys. That's the present. 1-0, good stuff. Anthony Knockhart, wonderful goal. Brought him back for a bit of experience. He's been on my case, on my arse. I thought about selling him, nearly sold him. John Rudkin said, not for 50 grand, you ain't, and he's still with us. Pretty much like real life, this, isn't it? Right. Really peed me off yesterday. I allowed Sad the back after Rodgers was sacked. Him and Mike Stow were abysmal. Yeah, it is a bit frustrating, that Gray, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's true. Alves, all good effort. Yeah. The only thing I said to that on the show was if it's someone Andy King's comfortable with right now, the short-term focus, bring in someone who Andy King's comfortable with and just see what we can do with that. I mean, it's funny, though, because there's people I've worked with in places that people go, well, they were rubbish and all the rest of it. But actually, well, no, they weren't. They were actually better than the people who were calling them rubbish. It's a funny world, isn't it, like that? I think different places you can get success and other places you can't, really. Half-time, 1-0, right. We have rotated. The XG is looking good. Just about. It shows you the difference with not having Louis Page in, because Louis Page is so much our sort of metronome in this team. I'm going to say I'm not very happy and push on. I'm not going to that second formation again. I'm not doing it. You have to take consideration of recruitment of players. We're clearly not doing due diligence into background check. Otherwise, chemistry would be better in the squad. Very much a football manager thing, as you know, Scott, as well. I'm constantly checking the team chemistry here. As a red card there to Accrington, as I just missed that. Thank you, Anthony Knockhart, for claiming that. Gets the ball in now. But yeah, it is important. I mean, it's something like, say, I keep bringing up Nigel Pearson, but he got so much right, didn't he? I mean, players' attitude was so much more important to him than quality. There we go. Lorenz Hutchison's now got 6. Unbelievable, guys. Promoted him from the youth academy in an emergency. Anyone's watching at Leicester City, maybe look at Lorenz Hutchinson, because I'm pretty sure he's banging them in for the under 18s now as well. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fair comment. I think Chris and you and other people are very right to say, why is he back in when he was linked with a big failure, right? I totally get that. But yeah, I just think for now, I'm kind of a bit tired of being angry about stuff. Do you know what I mean? You get so jaded by it, don't you? Right, Mursad Ali's got injured. This is frustrating. Lower leg injury, could be a broken leg. Thank God we got our new left back who's not fit right now. He's obviously enjoying himself since he's moved to Leicester. Right, I've got no left back now as well because I didn't think ahead here. Right, so I mustn't rush so much. Henry Cartwright, he's been my utility man. He's got to play left back. He could be my Michael Skip today. Golding again, his fitness is shocking. Is that why he's not featuring in real life? Let's get Logan Briggs on here. And I think Logan Briggs is going to have to go in the attacking mid. And Will Alves can't play box to box. Can Marcel? This team is looking like a Frankenstein's monster. Because they're down to 10 men, we're going to do it. Yeah, see, I mean, very nice for him, yeah. I mean, he's done me a great job. He's got no pace, but he's got everything else you need in this team. Corner comes in now from Leicester. Knockout to pick it up. Go on, Tony, get your second. Back up into Marcel. Uh-oh. We're quite susceptible on counter-attacks, so we know my Enzo ball. Vermouth, my Brazilian centre-back, who I've literally tried to throw out of the door as well. Cartwright from the left wing. Literally, I've employed Cartwright as if he's Ben Nelson in real life in this episode, haven't I? Chucked him out there on the left wing, and he's coming inside trying to score wonder goals. Brilliant. Nigel Pearson, Martin O'Neill would go to games, watch players, and rightly ask questions about players to know they will fit the team dynamics. Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly, Scott. It seems to me like, I mean, like you don't want to. I don't want to make assumptions, but there's something a bit arrogant about how we've been run. It's almost like the good times are always going to last because we're so good. Look how good we are. Everyone loves us. Oh, 2-1, sugar. We're down to 10 men as well, they are. Yeah, and I think that sort of catches up with you in life generally if you start living a life like that. And I think it's kind of been brought on by a lot of that. And like trusting in the wrong people. I mean, you think of the experienced veterans we got here now, the voices. We have question marks over Winks. We have question marks over Vestergaard even, and some of the stuff that goes on with him, right? Louis Page is going to have to come on, guys, as we're going to lose this. You know, you just think it's really frustrating, isn't it? Popov on as well. Yeah. Really frustrating how they haven't got these core principles right we had in the first place. Well, wish us luck, guys. Chris is away on holiday from now, so you've got me for every episode coming up this week. So I had a good run when it was last time, and we had some good games, but I don't think I've got the lucky effect since I've done the commentary gig. Can we hold on here? 2-1 against Accrington. They're down to 10 men. Oh, come on, guys. Let's focus to finish this one up. To get through this with 2 wins is just what we want. Save some legs where possible. 9 minutes of added time. This is not looking good. And there's a chance for Accrington. 10 men, no, get rid of it. Come on, Louis. Counter-attack. Get rid of this. What are you doing? Coming up on screen there. Knockout's coming forward. Nice play to Briggs. Cartwright. Logan Briggs, a player I played in one first-team game in this save and then demanded a load of money off me, and I put him back in the reserves. I was like, no. You're nowhere near as good as Alvarez. Oh, no, get rid of it. Looking a bit chaotic at the back here, and it is in from Logan Pine. It's 2-0, and it's the left-back position. It was the left-back position. I did not cover off on the bench because I was rushing. That is on the manager. I'd be rightly getting utterly slammed in the post-match here. 10-man Accrington standing, going to get a point against us. Oh, so annoying. It's all because I'm thinking too much about this blooming cup that isn't really that important. We should have won. That's so frustrating. I'm not happy with your defensive work. But anyway, interestingly enough, though, guys, MK Dons must have lost. No, they've not played. So good, they're not played till tomorrow. So now all the teams are on 66 points at the top of the league, and we've all got a 7-point gap to Colchester. At least that's put me a little bit calmer now. The fact we still got this 7-point gap and Colchester a bit of dodgy run. Right, Mercedes got a pulled calf muscle. That could have been a lot worse because the injuries keep mounting up. Going to completely clear the team here. Right, and we've got the next big game in a minute, but we're going to have a quick look at the team in a minute. We need to really work out what else do we need. I mean, the problem is numbers, isn't it? I need numbers. I mean, I can go back into the under-21s, guys. So we still got a load of players down here we can call on. People like Ochera, who's playing well in real life. You know, Will Daniels. We got Maxwell Adage, actually, who's wanted on loan. I might let him go out on loan, actually. Centre-back, we're pretty well covered. So let's try and get him out on loan here. I doubt anyone can afford 100%, but we'll try. But we have got some players here I guess we can call in emergencies. The problem is a lot of them aren't really up to it. I mean, Riley, look at their core stats aren't particularly good. I mean, ironically, their physical stats are pretty good. And Riley Carr can become a good player on Football Manager. In real life, he's doing all right as well. I mean, a chair doesn't look anything special, does he? I mean, everyone who looks special. I mean, Aluko's down here for us because he just isn't really improving. I like him, and obviously we like him in real life, but he's not really improving. Accrington Stanley, who are they? Well, 2-2, man. I'm disappointed we threw that 2 points away, yeah. Scott, it'd be wise to go down to League One this season. It'd be wise to get players out of contract. Yes, it'll be very wise, Scott. Let's hope they think about these things. Judging by the fact we'll transfer deadline day tomorrow, and we're just hearing names being linked to us yesterday, it doesn't fill me with confidence that we're looking that far ahead, right? The fact that we're now going, oh, have you got so-and-so available? I literally think Rudkin would have called up every club yesterday and gone, what have you got available? But couldn't you have done it maybe the first of the month? I mean, I guess this thing's hanging over some money, but oh, it's bizarre, isn't it, mate? And thank you very much, Gray. Yeah, 11 in, get that like button smashed, guys. Really appreciate it. Really helps the channel. Great show earlier, by the way. I'm not sure there was a transfer update show between Chris and Wayne. Great stuff. And we got a load of views for that. Chris, we just spoke before the show came on air. And like, brilliant, mate. Brilliant how well we're doing. And we really appreciate all the support. The watch-alongs are doing great stuff as well. So thank you all for the support. Right, budget, guys. 2.4 left. Let's have a look who's available on loan. I don't think I'm going to have any. I could spend money, but the problem is with £2,000 left, I don't see the point. Let's go short term and see if anyone jumps out at us. I really want to see their selection info. Right, okay. So what sort of player do we need? So goalkeepers, I think we're going to survive. I mean, Grazic will come back. Lawyers, he's got his work permit. He's played better the last 2 games, but I still think I'm going to give him a little bit of an interaction here and say, warm player, criticised last game. Your goalkeeping was not good enough. There we go. That should get it out of him. So goalkeeper fine. Centre-back, Musonda. Suter's away on international duty. He's due back literally in a week, so he'll be back. Vermouth, Cartwright and Marty. Pretty happy with that. Ricardo Barra, happy with that. DeSmit, Ali's got an injury. Right, for the moment, we better promote someone, haven't we? So let's promote. Bear in mind, Jamal Lindsay's now gone out. Will Daniels, your time has come, my friend. He's Canadian, which means I'm automatically going to like him with my Canadian spirit animal. He doesn't look great, but beggars can't be choosers. Come up and join us in the first team squad, my friend. Let's see what happens. So left back, right back, fine. We made signings there. Central mid. So we can play Cartwright there. That's good. We can play a Marty. We're not going to. So Bobby, we're going to put as a defender. Braybrook, Golding, Oniyeni, Page. Seems okay, right? Wingers, Thomas, Knockhart, Marçal. Alves is attacking mid-centre. Maybe an attacking mid-centre, guys. And no, because I'll put Marçal there, won't I? Marçal and Alves will play in the centre. And so, as will Logan Briggs as third choice. Knockout right. And then we got Monga right. I maybe could do another winger, you know. Although saying that Silko is there and we haven't used him. What do you guys think? Or do you think maybe a striker? I mean, Lorenzo's doing well. Josh King's got pretty good stats as well, really. It's just his composure and concentration is a bit poor, but his decisions are getting better, which will help improve these, right? His finishing, dribbling, and heading's all pretty good. It's all in the right ballpark, as is Lorenz Hutchinson's, right? He's just slightly better for me. His composure's already slightly better, right? Do we just stay pat? Do we just stay pat? I don't know. It's a good question. That was ever from the 70s, Tom. I can say, yeah, I do know the advert, mate, actually. Yeah, I was only born in the late 80s, I must confess. I do know that. Matty Longstaff has 6 months on his contract and his prey also. Also, I heard, isn't Mendy left Watford? I mean, aren't we a bit desperate for a holding midfielder right now? Does he want to stay around in England, maybe get a cheap deal to the end of the season? Might be another one to consider. I don't dislike the idea of going for players you kind of know the club a little bit. I mean, I think Dennis Pratt was one of those. His fitness was, I think in some ways, people looked at his fitness so much, they didn't see the player he was underneath all that. He was actually a pretty good player. Matty Longstaff. Is Matty Longstaff for the one at Toronto at the moment? Is he at Toronto at the moment? Let me know, Scott. I think one of them's at Toronto, aren't they? 6'7" defender, lol. Yeah, if we can find them, mate. Madsen Manson coming back alone, apparently. Yeah, I mean, he's had an awful time at West Ham, hasn't he? And hey, Prasha, not a lot. Thanks for supporting the video, bud. Much appreciated. Always appreciate your support, mate. See you tomorrow night. We're doing a transfer special, mate, at 6:30 p.m. our time. I'll be doing all the transfers coming in and out of the club, all right? And Gray's obviously mentioned there. We'll see tomorrow on that one, won't we, mate? I mean, I'm not against Hermansen coming back. I think Jacobs looked, unfortunately, very shaky. He's getting towards Luke Thomas territory. I kind of feel like, you know, when the dog's sick and you've got to take him to the vet, it's kind of like, oh, I think we should take Jacob to the vet for a couple of weeks and get him rehydrated and get him sorted and get someone else in there. I think that's really important. Right, so let's have a quick look. Let's see once again what's here a minute, and then we'll get to this big game against Rotherham, everyone. So let's see. I mean, we could maybe go for someone like Azerbaijan, the striker of Luton. Saying that, I don't really want a striker. I want to play the youth, right? I'm not sure if I do want to get anyone in, guys. I kind of want to gamble. My only concern is, of course, I am only rated like as a C+ manager or B- manager. If I can quickly find the club detail bit. Where is it? This one here, isn't it? C+, which is pretty harsh, isn't it? I think C+ of being in third place and only losing 5 games all season is really harsh. But I am on a bit of pressure because this drops, I can get sacked at any time and then this live stream will be over. But I do want to be realistic and I want to use more young players. So it's a difficult decision. I'll tell you what, we've got transfer deadline day. Have we got enough strength and depth? I think we've got enough. I think we've got numbers. Have we got enough quality? I think you've got a point, Gray. I think that's why the Accrington game, we've learned a lesson there, 2-2, right? I just chuck players on the bench, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do with John Rudkin. We're going to play this game against... Yeah, I think we'll get to just before the game, against Rotherham, who obviously are in League One, so it's a bit of a cup special for us guys. Might have a penalty shootout like last time. God, wasn't that drama against Luton having penalties in the last episode? That was crazy. Chris was apparently getting sweaty watching it. And then we'll make a decision just before this game anyway. Let's have a look. Let's keep skipping forward here. A lot of it's clicking. Right, loan offer for a Deja. They don't want to pay any wages, which is frustrating. But I'll tell you what, go on then. Go out and have a little play around with your mates, wherever that is in Ireland somewhere. So, facing Rotherham, Kasper Schmeichel is saying how well Will Alves is playing. He is correct. 3 injuries at the moment with our injury update. And we've got some injury. I tell you what, Michael Golding catches flu more often than having a hangover. Honestly, he's always got flu, this kid. Louis Page bruised ankle. Yeah, so a lot of it is fitness problems. Oh, he's at Montreal, Matty Longstaff. One of us at Toronto, mate. His brother must be at Toronto then. What's his brother called? Or has he moved from Montreal to Toronto? He wouldn't have moved from Toronto to Montreal. He's not that daft, is he? He didn't go from like the English-speaking bit to the French-speaking bit, did he? I'm joking, obviously. A bit of Canadian banter. I lived in Toronto, as you know, mate. We want players fighting for their positions. This is it, mate. This is it. In real life and in this game as well. Right, let's pick a team for this Rotherham game a minute, guys, and then we'll have a quick look at how we're looking. So I need to go pretty strong. I'm going to go for Barra today, though, rather than Ricardo too, because I think his rating has been very good and he has deserved this opportunity. Masonda's in, who's actually been a pretty good pickup, really. You think from the Scottish League on a free transfer. He's been that experience for us. I don't think he'll last it in League One, but... And I think we'll go for Vermouth then. And then left back to Smith coming in. Will Daniels has got a booking. Oh, yeah, because I played him in this tournament, this competition before, didn't I? Louis Page, Sammy Braybrook. At least the better players we want are fitter now. So Mongo can come back in. Alves. I might rest Marcel, actually. No, I'm not going to, because I rest Marcel is Popov, and he's dropped off a cliff recently. In fact, if I was to be picky here and we talk about depth, I think Popov and Thomas aren't going to make it. I could have moved them on by now. Well, I'm saying that his stats are going up. He just goes in phases, doesn't he? Which is really frustrating. Up top, we're going to go with the Wrens again. At least Youssef is going to be back in about 8 days to 2 weeks. Of course, he has got us some goals this year. How many is he on now? 15 goals in 22 appearances. It's only like January. It's incredible. Right, bench. I must make sure I have fullbacks this time. So at least we got Will Daniels in case we need it. But yeah, I do struggle with fullbacks. Ricardo too can have an opportunity there as well. Golding. I'll get Silko on the bench today. Oh, I've actually run out of places, actually. Josh King. It's funny because Jake Evans really isn't getting much of an opportunity either. Can we afford loanees, Tom? We can. We can. And obviously, if I go into the right sort of thing, then I might be able to find ones on free loans. In fact, that's a great shout. We'll do it before the game here. Maybe we go for one more winger if we can get them. Because I do think I'm not going to play Silko Thomas and I'm not going to play Popov as much. So, yeah. Also, I kept an eye on Ozan Kabak, a centre-back that has similar stats at one of the... Yes, he was at Norwich, wasn't he, at one time, Kabak? Did he play for Liverpool? Or am I getting the wrong Kabak? Is he a younger chap, Scott? I've heard of this guy. He played in the German league, yeah. Didn't he play for Schalke before? I've heard of him. I think I've signed him on Football Manager before, oddly. But I might be getting confused, mate, because there is a couple of them, isn't there, Kabaks? But yeah, that'd be a great shout. Who's this? Tudor Mendel. Mamidi Kamara from Reading. I mean, let's see who were recommended. This is from Rudders, so let's see what Rudders reckons. So the best ones we can get will be Shandon Batista, who sounds like he's going to baptise me, so I think I might leave that. Gabriel Gudmundsson, we're never going to get him on loan, are we? But I could try. 70% of his wages. Yeah, I've got a nice 17 grand hanging around the bank account. I've pretty much spent it. Maybe Vauer Dunkian. Maybe that would be a good shout. Or Rafael Borges Rodriguez. Now, this guy's at Coventry, but I like him because he's someone we might be able to pick up for cheap as well. If I'm going to bring in a loan player, I mean, his passing's terrible, but his first touch and all the rest of it. Do you know what? Will Coventry let us have him for 20%, 300 a week? There we go. We'll take that. I think we'll go for him, guys. I think we'll go for Rafael Borges Rodriguez from Coventry. See if Coventry do us a favour. Bobby Camera actually is better than what... Oh, no, that's the wrong one. I'm going to confuse the ones at Hull. There was one that was a camera at Hull. Or Camera. Yeah, do you know what? Let's just go with Borges Rodriguez. I think that will be the good one. Let's get to this game now, guys. Matty was traded from Toronto to Montreal, surprisingly. Oh, wow. Okay, so it was Matty being traded. Oh, well... I mean, I've seen both Toronto and Montreal, and if I had a choice, it would be Toronto every day of the week. You know, I mean, Montreal's nice, but obviously I'm from Europe, so like Montreal was nothing different for me, right? I mean, you know, Toronto's more. It's funny with the Canadian cities, isn't it? Because you'd argue like Toronto's more American sort of style city, but Montreal's more French, Canadian, French, European, and Vancouver's probably a bit more Asian in design, a bit more like Korea or you know, it's one of those sort of cities. It's a very densey city, so. And Sean Longstaff is at Leeds. So there we go. Interesting. Right, let's get to the big game, guys. So who else is left in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy? Because I think the final is going to end up being us and Cardiff if we can get there. I've jinxed it now. So let's see. So fixtures, Cardiff versus Bristol Rovers, League 1 versus League 2. Stockport versus Walsall, League 1 versus League 2. And then the second lot of quarterfinals, Huddersfield, Blackpool, Rotherham versus Leicester. So there's some big teams left in this, guys, isn't there? It's definitely one I'm looking forward to maybe, doing well. We've got Notts County at home after that. I'm not sure we'll get to that today or not. We'll see how time goes. The problem is I can't go too long. I would love to stay here for hours doing it, but the problem is if people want to watch it on replay, you can't watch a 2.5 hour show. It's just too much. So, yeah, we've made an offer for Borges Rodriguez, guys, on loan. I think this guy will be very good for us. I think that'll be a good pair of legs to have. And I think he has got the quality as well. I'm not talking to the press today. I'm too busy. They've offered this guy a contract. Is he a centre-back? Oh, I was going to say, if he's a centre-back, his stats are terrible. No, he's a full-back. Oh, he was someone I was looking at earlier, but I went for Ricardo too and said, oh, this one was so disappointing. This guy was going to sign for us, guys. Look at him. And then we didn't get that blooming work permit, did we? However, can I sign him anyway? Because I have a work permit then. No, we've got no ASC places. I'll still sign him for next season on a free. He'll definitely be a Premier League quality player in a minute. Oh my God, he wants so much money though. 8 grand. Oh. I'll try and get this deal sorted. And if he doesn't want it, then... I mean, I'm not going to be able to sign him anyway, probably, but we'll try it. I did want him because I just think he's going to be a Premier League quality defender in the long run, this guy. He looks really good. Yeah, work permits are a pain, yeah. Stockport should be Walsall, somewhere else not to prioritise it. This is the problem we got, mate. I really should probably be prioritising the league a little bit. I mean, I just really want to win as many trophies. I'm just like, I'm like a magpie. I'm just after all the trophies. So here we go, guys. Our last signing of the transfer window, and it's come from Coventry. I know, I'm such an evil man. But he's potentially League 1 standard. Ask Harry Suter to say hello to him, which is an amazing thing because he's currently away on holiday. Well, he's not away on holiday. I've asked him to go and talk to him, and he's not back for 2 days. What a bizarre thing. Yeah, I think this guy's good. And unfortunately, Corey's gone to Empoli, but we'll keep an eye on him because I'll probably sign him in the Championship once we've got work permit. So his determination's poor, but I like the rest of his stuff. And the fact that Porter and Celtic were jumping on him and looking at him when I was going for him makes me think there's probably something there, right? So, semi-final draw. I missed it. But if we go through, guys, we're playing Cardiff. I wanted to watch that. I wish I impressed it so quick. So, here we go. The Bristol Street Motors Trophy semi-final draw will be either Rotherham or Leicester playing Cardiff in the semi-final. We're going to play all the big teams, aren't we? But we're going to be playing them next year, all being well. So, we've got to get to it. Citadel made an offer to loan Knockout at the end of the season. Mandatory future fee of 108,000. It will become 200k. I'll need to get £250,000 for him. The problem is, I don't want to let him go at this time. Let's have a quick look at the squad dynamics again. So club atmosphere is good. Team cohesion is good. Ricardo, too, is the only one not fitting now. And Knockout has put himself right in the secondary social group with great. No, I'm not going to do it, guys. I'll stick with Tony, I think. I mean, his stats are still pretty good. I mean, don't worry. His physicals are going to drop now because he's 32, right? How long have I got him for again? I've forgotten how long I offered him a deal for. Oh, to 2025. We've still got a year left. Reject. We'll talk about it in the summer. We'll talk about it in the summer. No, Nathaniel poking at me. Yeah, I know. He's terrible, isn't he? Oh, yeah. Well, we gambled on him. It didn't work out. Chris does not like American players coming over from the MLS as a result, does he? Which is amazing because I look at Norwich right now. They got Ali Ahmed. They signed from Vancouver, and he's utterly brilliant. He cost him £1 million. He's brilliant. To be fair, it doesn't matter where a player's from as long as he makes a difference to the team and squad in the positive manner. This is it, exactly. I do think there's definitely like an angle for the moment for saying we need to bring in people who definitely love this football club. If they got some quality as well, that would be helpful, right? I mean, but you know, it really disappoints me they're not looking at Nigel Pearson because and I'm not just saying it. I mean, we all love Nigel. I mean, I've got a lot of time for him because I just think all the problems we got right now are things that he just resolves immediately wherever he goes. He's got a track record of it. Every other club has said the same. Watford has said the same about him. He went in there and just changed their culture immediately. Right, let's get to this. Rotherham are 4-4-2, guys. Look at that for a team. It's going to be a big one. Great. I have an idea for real clubs. The FA should bring the rule there. If players not playing weight, the club should be able to dock their wages. Yeah, they kind of get around that, don't they, by giving out fines for other stuff of professionalism. But no, I'd agree with you. I think there could be something there. Yeah, everyone's saying this. It's what's funny. I mean, great. It's difficult, isn't it, to say what you can. I mean, I ask around a bit, and I'm very lucky that one or two people talk. I mean, Nigel hasn't been well, and he's been learning how to walk again, which we know. But however, I think he's eager to come back into football, and it might be around now he's ready to do it, from what I heard. But if that's true or not, I mean, it's hearsay, isn't it? But I'm pretty sure some journalists have asked him, and he kind of hinted he would be very interested. We'll see. Interesting how Top wasn't around for the second half of that game at the weekend, wasn't it? Against Charlton, he vanished for the entire second half. Oh, see, that's what you've heard. See, this is the thing. See, this is an interesting problem because Nigel Pearson is a bit of an enigma because you hear different things, don't you? Yeah, so that wouldn't surprise me as well, Gray. And I hope that's not the case because obviously a lot of love for Big Nige. Nothing we would have achieved in the last few years would have been anything about Nigel Pearson. Right, match. Here we go, guys. Away at the New York Stadium, as it's called, which is amazing because it's in Rotherham. I always love that. I know New York, obviously. If you don't know the New York Rotherham link, it's because a lot of the steel was made for a lot of the skyscrapers in New York in Rotherham. You know, obviously a big steel area with Sheffield and all the rest of it. So that's why Rotherham Stadium is called New York Stadium, as far as I'm aware. It's to do with a historical link to building Manhattan. How are we going to get on here? Come on, big opportunity against the top-tier League One opposition. Alves from distance. He should know League One very well in real life, shouldn't he, guys? Good save there from the goalkeeper. Good start. Braybrook's going to take a corner now. I'm more excited for this than the league, but I shouldn't get arrogant like I've been complaining about in real life. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, this is the thing with it. I mean, the funny thing about life, Scott, is that everything's complicated, isn't it? I don't think there's actually an easy decision. That's a penalty we should have had there if you saw that. Smith just got pulled back. I think it's difficult with life now. I think certain things have got so complicated that, you know, there's actually not a right or a wrong answer almost. You kind of got to sometimes pick a side on it, haven't you? And I think this is the argument with the Premier League having a higher spend rate than Europe. Europe, for their SCR obligations, are going to have 70% the clubs can spend as a max amount. The Premier League's doing 80%. And that's going to be because, you know, they want to keep the Premier League as the top, you know, European league. I mean, we dominate European competitions with English clubs, don't we? So I can kind of see that's the financial business side of it, isn't it? Rotherham here with their 4-4-2, guys. But it seems to me we've got them well hemmed in here. Look, you think who our back four is here, look. I am literally Enzo Maresca with hair all over my face. Anthony, good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well, bud. I like Nigel Pearson. To my Bristol City team sacked him. A lot of Bristol City fans said this, actually, and it was nice to hear, actually. I think the thing is, people see him as an honest manager, and he doesn't beat around the bush. You can definitely say he helped you with developing Scott, didn't he? I mean, he ended up being a great asset to Bristol City to sell. Turns out a very good footballer. As being the English Premier League guarantee wedge, yeah, that's true. Top came out after the final whistle. Yes, he was. Yes, he. Oh, Joe, I do see that vlog now and again. It's very good. Ball across. Oh, we should have scored. Monga was offside. Yeah, you can sport wherever you want to be on this channel, as we know, Scott. But talk about yourselves, guys. Not a problem. I support the Leafs as well as Leicester. I do have a soft spot for Oxford United as well, because I lived in Oxford for 6 years, but I'd never say I supported them. And ironically, when I lived in Oxford, it was when Leicester were in League One. So I went to saw a lot of Leicester games, particularly away from home, because I was living right in the centre of the country then. And the funny thing was, it was cheaper to go watch Leicester in League One away than it was to watch Oxford United in League Two or in the conference at home. It was cheaper. I mean, Oxford were really charged. Oh, Braybrook's at the post there. We're all over Rotherham here, aren't we? It was really a lot cheaper. And so I ended up going and watching Oxford City play. So if you know anything about Oxford, Oxford City play in the Vanarama National North now, I believe, but they were in the conference for a year. And I've done security for them down at their stadium as well once or twice. So, but that was a great non-league football, guys. I mean, the good thing is, if we all end up hating football completely because of how Leicester's doing, non-league football is still a good day out, isn't it? 0-0 at half-time. So Rotherham, 8 shots, 3 on target, 10 for us, 4 on target. Very close game. This is encouraging. We've had 61% possession, guys. I'm far from pleased. I expect us to have scored by now. Right, any changes? Half-time. I think Vermoot's going to come off with that yellow card and that fitness. Let's just get Henry Cartwright on here. And I think for the minute, I'm just going to leave it at that, and let's go for it. Right, second half. Come on, guys. Give him a little bit of demand more here. Throw it in. Alvarez is going to pick it up outside the penalty area. All the way on there. They got a counter-attack now, and Migden's got in, the American international, ex-Forest youngster, gets a strike away. Luckily for us, it's poor. Oxford, Inspector Moore's country. Dude, a funny story. When I was living there, they were filming Lewis, the follow-up to Inspector Morse on an open-top bus. It was down by Trinity College, and we were just walking, basically, to go over the bridge up the high street to go in town for a few beers. And my mate Knox, he's from Yorkshire, he's from the countryside, my housemate, literally lives on the exterior of the Emmerdale farm set. He literally lives near Harrogate somewhere. Hope he's doing well. And literally, you could tell they were shooting on top of the open top bus. You saw the boom mics and the cameras. And of course, they tried to do a take going round around this frigging roundabout. And Knox is just trying to shout at them. And they're literally freaking out because they're like, we're trying to film. They're going absolutely bananas. And what's the guy, Kevin Thingy? He's literally giving my mate the finger, telling him to F off because they're trying to film like the follow up to Morse, and he literally would not shut up. It was so funny. Braybrook 1-0. The semi-finals are on, guys. Come on, let's go. Too much player power. Yeah, the only way around it is to make things that are 20% foreign players. Yeah, I mean, I still like the wage budget idea. I'm an ice hockey fan. I like the fact that every team's got the same wage budget. It will completely change how the English game is to do that. Oh, Page with a good clearing header there, guys. This is not said and done here against Rotherham. We're going to need to make some changes in a minute. But yeah, I do like it because I think if you have a wage budget, I think the way you can argue it to the big clubs is you can keep your profits then, which a lot of these big American owners in particular like, don't they? But I don't see it happening, unfortunately. They did discuss the idea of having a wage cap in the leagues. But I don't think SCR is that bad of an idea. Monga, 2-0, guys. We are going towards Wembley. Come on. Woohoo! Right, let's get Monga off now before he breaks something. I need to wrap him in cotton wool. Right. Marcel's coming off because I don't want to break him either. Oh, I've only got one winger. I didn't think about this, did I? I keep doing this to myself. Right, let's go defensive. Will Daniels, you're becoming a... No, I'm not going to do that. That's bonkers, isn't it? Will Alvarez can go out to the wing. Marcel can come off for Golding. Monga can come off for Silko. There we go. Manager stuff. Make some decisions. Come on, you foxes. I've lost my train of thought what I was saying before, but, yeah, another brilliant series. I also, a mate of mine, when we were living in Oxford, do you remember The Real Hustle on BBC Three? There's a load of my mates who are in an episode where they're playing poker around a table, and they were going to invite me to do... and one of my mates was trying to set me up for it because they were filming a prank at a car park where they were having a fake car park attendant, and they were going to film it at the Westfield or the Westgate, whatever it's called, or 2-1 in Oxford, And yeah, but luckily they didn't pick me to go and do it because I actually knew who the guys were because I'd seen the TV show, so I would have rumbled them within seconds. But yeah, a load of my mates were in the Real Hustle on BBC Three. Oh, off the crossbar from Hutchinson there. Oh my word, this game's not over, guys. Sharif's been brought down there by Braybrook. That was really good stuff to keep that cynical. Right, come on, guys. Focus. Should there be element of wage restrictions? Yeah, I like this idea, Scott. I really do. And I'll tell you what I do like about having a wage cap as well. I think then if you're a big player, it opens up every club you can move to rather than 4 clubs, because then clubs will go, right, I can afford one really good player, right? So a Haaland, say when players' contracts are up at the end of the season, a world-class player might go, well, I choose to go on a free transfer because I know I'm going to get offered a big salary somewhere else. Rotherham hit the crossbar. There was 6 minutes to go, guys. Oh, my God. Hold on, guys. Hold on. We're 2-1 up. Yeah, I think it would change the how that works. You see it in the NHL, don't you? If there's a big player available, every club wants to get them, but there's only X, it's 2-2, but there's only X amount of wages available. So, it makes it interesting. I don't know what I'm talking about. 6 minutes of added time is 2-2. Come on, let's get one back straight away, Leicester. It's going to be so disappointing to be 2-0 up away at Rotherham in League One and then go out. Pace is a problem for Barra here. Gore's managed to get ahead of him. Oh, and it could have been 3-2. We're running out of legs here to finish this game. This is the problem with this formation. We're going to probably get a penalties unless this goes in. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. No. 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 I counted my chickens too early and they hatched all over my face like a rotten egg. Oh, we're out. At least I can focus on the league, right? No Bristol Street Motors trophy this year. What a shame. We've always wanted that in our collection at Leicester, right? I'm so disappointed to throw that out. We ran out of legs at the end. I think my formation needs to have a slight tweak down in intensity. I think we might burn ourselves out. Right, anyway, Rotherham 3, Leicester 2. The cup dream is over, but in good news, we are still obviously in the top 3 of the league. But that's a disappointing end to that run. I mean, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, they were gone, weren't they? We quickly go to the competitions here. Knocked down the first round by York City because I heavily rotated and just played all the academy players. Carabao Cup knocked down the first round by Grimsby Town. I'm sure Gray will remember this. We were 1-0 up, gave away a last-minute equaliser and lost on penalties. So, unfortunately, if there's one thing we learned from Tom's Leicester City, it's par for the course to end up in a position where you end up throwing games away. Right, we have got our new signing, though. Let's give him a squad number. Here he is, guys. Rafael Borg Rodriguez in on loan. Let's give him his squad number. And we're standing pat now for the rest of the season. He got number 24. This is going to be the group that does it now. And as you can see, actually, morale is dropping. Team cohesion is good. Managerial support's okay. Club atmosphere is okay. Happiness. Okay, so we're still pretty good. You see here, the club is pretty much in a happy place. I would be a manager. I want my players to be happy. There's a slight bit of concern from Knockout towards me as well. And actually, that is knocking on to Suter and Masonda. Ooh, exactly. Welcome to Leicester City, Gray. Because what's the problem in real life? Sometimes when the players aren't happy with the manager, they turn on the manager and go to the top, don't they? Maybe I might find the same fate. Yeah. It works well at sports like Speedway. Yeah, to finish off that conversation, mate. Yeah, totally. It does work well. I mean, it'd be such a departure for football, wouldn't it? That's a problem. But right, guys, I'm actually going to keep it short. I'm going to keep it to an hour. And the reason why is because if people want to watch it back, it is too long to anything else. That's a disappointing way to go out. Look, 92, 97 minutes. I think anything to do with Leicester City right now is generally a bit cursed, isn't it? Just with where we are as a football club and all the rest of it. But disappointing way to end that. We did draw against Accrington. We did win 5. I mean, we started so well. It just shows we're a bit Jekyll and Hyde at times still. But if we can get some consistent run of games in the next episode here, which will be next week, it is confirmed, we're going to get through a load then, guys. We'll get through Notts County, Crawley, Swindon, Chester, Cheltenham. We might try and get to Oldham and MK Dons as well. By the end of the next couple of episodes, we'll hopefully be at the point where we could be looking at a promotion. So that's all the cup's gone. That's the transfer window. Slam shut. This is what we got to work with. We are all tied at the top. Exactly. We're still good in the league. You can see it there on screen. I wish I could zoom it in a bit more, actually, but I can't. It's really frustrating. But 66 points for Chesterfield with 31 games played. 31 games played for Leicester, 66 points. We've got exactly the same record, guys. We've both won 20, drawn 6, lost 5. Both scored 67 goals. We've just conceded 2 more goals than them. How tight is this? It's unbelievable. And then just behind us, MK Dons with a game in hand, which will put them 3 points ahead if they win it. But we've got better goal difference than them. This is sizing up to be a real dramatic end to this Football Manager season for us. Then hopefully we'll be up in League One as well. Look, well, we've got some comments here. Look at it this way: short-term setbacks equal long-term success with learning from mistakes. This is true, mate. This is true. And when you come back in the next episode, guys, next Sunday night, we will see what I might have done in tweaking this tactic and all the rest of it. Thank you, Scott, and cheers, Gray, as well. See if the transfer window tomorrow. Yeah, see if that tomorrow night, about 6:30, it's going to be, hopefully all being well. I haven't got anything on, so I shouldn't be late. And like I say, thank you all very much for being here, guys, for this one. And yeah, just disappointing one to go out of the cup, but we still got all the league and everything else to look forward to. So once again, thank you all very much for watching. We will see you tomorrow for the catch-up all that. I must sort my hair out. I'm due to go and literally see how it's sticking up all over the place. I've had a haircut and I'm needed to get it done last week, so I'm going to do it this week, guys. Who knows? Maybe I'll have no hair tomorrow. To find out, we'll see you then. Thanks so much for watching. Cheers, guys. Good night.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network.
TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.